Hello everyone, welcome to Game Eat and Discuss. We are doing a Red Hood Pew 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 review of his skill trees. Now in the beta, a lot of the first tree is the same for most of the characters, which kind of is disappointing. You would think they would have a little bit more variety, but usually the first tree, which is down here, which is Red Hood's Marksman, is meh, 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 meh. Okay, let's just get into it. First skill is Perfect Evade. Red Hood performs an evade just like every other character, and then you can follow it up with an attack. So you can get more of that Arkham Batman playstyle where you dodge and then you punch back. It's okay, but not really my flavor of, combat. So we'll move on to the next one. Behind my shoulder here, we have critical expertise, critical damage up by 20%. Almost all the characters get this. So the left tree is all your crit damage, basically. Spoiler alert. Can be good on any character, but Red Hood has better abilities in his kit. Focused fire, Red Hood can aim at a target longer and deal 4 times more damage. So basically, you're looking down those barrels, you're looking down those sights, and you're doing lots of gun damage. Spoiler alert, I'm not a fan of the brawler tree for Red Hood. I just like he has guns. Why would you not use guns? A lot of his skills synergize with guns. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry. The skill behind me, I can't really move out of the way. Lucky rounds. Every round you shoot has a chance to do 5 times the damage. Only applies on ranged attacks. So half of this marksman tree is gonna be dealing a lot of damage. 5 times the damage on a shot. I mean, it's not gonna be the insta kill shot, but still, Red Hood's range damage can get pretty out of hand with 5 times multiplier, especially if it's like a crit. Ooh, dang. Speaking of crit, the one below me is going to be Precise Strikes. You get 10% extra crit chance. Again, all the characters have it. And the next one is Focused Fire. Aiming of Focused Fire is reduced by 50%. So basically, you can lock on targets quicker, get the aiming down, and start pew-pewing even more. And then we'll go down to the capstone here, which is critical chance of ranged attack combos is increased, and the crit damage. So it's a solid 15% chance and damage booster on your ranged attack. That is good. That is really, really good. I'm gonna say right now, this entire marksman tree. Usually on most characters, I say don't go the first tree, but on Red Hood, the first tree is pretty dang solid. All right. So next we get the Brawler. El Brawlerino, El Rocky. First one, when Red Hood throws an enemy, he basically sticks a mine in them and they blow up. Who doesn't love sticky boom blowy up enemies? Yes, that is it's okay for a 1-pointer at the top. Yeah, I'd take it. Large grab, you can grab large enemies. So kind of like Robin can do. Robin can do takedowns on large enemies, and Red Hood can do grabs on large enemies. Both of these are extremely good because large enemies are usually like the last man standing in combat, right? They're always the one you gotta take down last because they're too meatball-y. Next, we have Extended Grab Window. Enemies can now be grabbed at 50% health or less. So basically, you become a wrestler. You can grab most enemies even at 50% health or less. I don't know what the threshold is normally. I think it's like 25%. I think it's a double. All right, Human Bomb Enhanced basically makes the grab throw bomb a bigger boom. Larger booms are better. Bigger, better bomber booms are good. It's a decent middle capstone there. Grip Expertise is down here. So when you do a grab move, you do 10% more damage. I guess if you want to grab everybody and just throw them around like ragdolls, yeah, it's okay. It's a 10% boost to that. Problem is you can't grab bosses, so not good on bosses. Iron Grip. Grabbing an enemy prevents you from being interrupted. So if you grab them and someone shoots you in the face with a shotgun, you don't care. you just continue throwing. The Iron Grip of Red Hood is solid. And that will bring us down to the human bomb multiplied. When your bomb target of your throw explodes, he basically does like a mini Merv and drops a whole bunch of other bombs around him. It's okay, it's decent, but again, I'm not a fan of going in close when you have two pistols on your hip. But some people may like this build. I'll just kind of tell you at the end what I would go skill wise, even knowing not how many skill points we have. Coup de grace. Red Hood inflicts 10% more damage on enemies with 30% health. It's basically a flat 10% execute. By the way, this is the Vengeance tree down here. It's kind of like a supplementary tree for most of Red Hood's abilities, but we'll go down it and just check it out. Second one, Freak Justice. Basically 15% and 5% crit damage when you're fighting freaks. Freaks are like the clown people, I think. Harley Quinn's freaks and stuff like that. Regulators increase Red Hood's damage versus Regulators. It's the same thing as the freaks, just 15% flat damage and 5% crit. And then the next one is mobs, same thing. So you're basically selecting a type of enemy you want to fight, which makes this tree kind of weird because a lot of these, it doesn't feel good when you have only 1 out of 4 nodes actually do something while you're fighting. You know, it's kind of like specialization in a game that doesn't need specialization. It doesn't need to be that way. A better choice would be like specialize in taking large targets down, or specialize in taking small targets down, or specialize in taking bosses down. They need to tweak some of these trees, I think. Okay, this one, when you're focusing on a single target, you do increase damage. How much damage, nobody knows. But basically, when you focus fire on a single guy, you single out that guy and you say, you're the one. All right, the last one are the capstones. Two capstones in the Vengeance tree, as usual for most characters. Third tree always has 2 capstones. After using 2 fisted reloads, you have unlimited bullets for a short time. So again, Vengeance kind of plays into gunplay. So gunplay is all about the Red Hood. Why wouldn't it be? I mean, come on. Double Vortex. After using 2 fisted reload, the same skill as mentioned previously, he shoots double the number of rounds for a short time. Okay, so before we move on to the Knighthood skills, I would tell you flat out right now, if I was going a Red Hood build, I would just flat out max marksman tree. I would go all pew pew. I mean, you can't go wrong with any of these skills in this marksman tree. And then I would work my way down Vengeance, and I would get this one, the double shots, because who cares about unlimited bullets when you're pew pewing like double the damage out of your guns? Literally everything in the brawler tree I would skip unless I had extra points. If I had extra points, I would definitely take down you can grab large targets, because large targets being grabbable is like free damage on an already spongy target. Overall, I like Red Hood's playstyle. I like the way he kind of fights. He's just not gonna be my main. I thought he would be my main because I like I like the gunplay, but Robin kind of swayed me away from Red Hood. You can tell me what you think about that in the comments below. Anyways, let's go on to the Knighthood. Mystical Leap. Red Hood traverses through the air and jumps on platforms. It's pretty cool. It's simple. It's easy. He basically jumps, I don't know, about 30 or 40 meters across, and it's really, really cool. Range Terror. Every shot that knocks out a target causes fear. It's yet to be seen how good fear is. I mean, if it makes enemies just flat out stop attacking, it's okay. But I think there's better options for your skill points when we get there. Next up is weak spot damage. Increases headshot and weak spot damage by 15%. Wow, yes, please. 15% headshot damage. If you're aiming down those barrels, you're going pew pew pew, and hopefully that works on bosses' heads too. We'll have to see if that works on bosses. The next one, what do we got here? We got Grab Dread. Again, increasing fear. You grab an enemy and cause fear. what does fear actually do in this game, yet to fully be seeing the extent of it. But I don't like it. I would skip these two side little nodes and just go for the damage. Next we have uh, combat mastery. Every character gets this. It's basically just one more attack in your combo. Makes all your ranged and melee attacks do a longer string of combos and do knockdown at the end. Ducra's training. Mystical rounds require 50% less time to lock on target. I'm gonna tell you right now, in the middle of a combat, you don't want to spend time like swinging your cursor around trying to lock onto people. So this one would probably be a good pickup. But the other one on the right side here is the actual powerhouse of this entire knighthood tree. Mystical rounds, which is pretty much your creme de la creme skill, is gonna shoot 2 rounds instead of 1, and then we'll go into mystical rounds here. So all of his momentum abilities are pretty much based on either gunplay or a little bit of punchy. So the first one is Barrage. You basically shoot a barrage. it's pretty simple. You just pummel damage into an enemy with your momentum skill and rat-a-tat-tat. The next one here we have is just a simple punch. Let me go over here. Mystical punch. You basically do what Batgirl does. You do a strong punch into an enemy, and then oh wait, sorry. No, this was not the punch like Batgirl. This was you buff yourself. You basically just roar, grunt, have a little me time, and then your fists start to glow and do 25% more damage and 3 times elemental buildup. That's actually a lot of elemental buildup modifier right there. So if you want to go full elemental punchy Red Hood, that would be your skill. And then the last one in this top line is the let's move it over here. Two-fisted reload. I this one's kind of, I mean, it's in your skill trees. It synergizes with your third tree, the vengeance tree. And you do like a reload and a pew pew while you're hitting an enemy. I don't know. I'm not super fanboy on this one, but it does do a wee bit of play with your skill trees. There was a fourth skill tree or a skill that we saw in the trailer. I think it was like, I think it was like an AoE blast he did. I can't remember what that one was called or did, but he did do an AoE blast with his guns, like at their feet. Oh yeah, he like stuck a target with a modifier, and then when you shoot them, they explode. But anyways, it's not here on the beta. But that is one of these 4 missing skills: is stick an enemy and then shoot them and they explode. And then his last capstone creme de la creme skill I mentioned is behind me here. You can't really see it, can't really move. But it's basically mystical shot. You aim down your barrels, lock onto targets, and this ghost shot just hits them all with some pretty decent, major damage. So if you like guns, if you like gunplay and pew-pewing the crap out of enemies, Red Hood's gonna be for you. His movement power is okay. His long range combat is really what you want to focus on. But hey, if you want to be a brawler, I think there's better choices. But you do you, and I'm just here to help, guys. Let me know what you think about Red Hood. I can't wait to play, and I can't wait to main Robin. See you later.